Okay, 10 minutes.
Listen, baby, Sam, I got a simple message. So hot.
Okay, last one.
So hot.
You are in an aircon room.
I don't feel the aircon. Hi, so welcome to HappyFood, the best show on the internet. My name is Danny.
My name is...
And we are here to share organic realness to you. And we are a happy couple too. No, just kidding. Okay, let's continue. So, we are supposed to discuss any topic that we have learned in class, and basically today we're going to talk about
Cultivation theory! Yes, and I have a question. When Dr. Sharon was explaining about cultivation theory and stuff like that, and I was thinking, does the media influence us?
Yes, does it or does not? So let's find out. Okay, so basically we need to know what is cultivation theory first, right? Okay, so cultivation theory is like a social theory which examines the long-term effects of TV. It is something like the more time people spend watching TV, the more likely they are to believe social reality portrayed on TV. Okay, so this is George Gardner.
Oh, he looks so old.
Yeah. Okay, so so the theory is developed by George, and he and his friends look at how TV influences people.
Yes, and cultivation theory says that TV has long-term and gradual effect, but they are small and is developed over time.
Yeah, unlike the hypodermic needle model that doesn't really give any time. They also argue that these changes aren't actually changes, but they are just reinforcing the norms.
Yeah, and Gardner argued that the more people watch TV are more likely to be influenced.
Yeah, so let's first remind ourselves before we continue about the hypodermic theory. So the theory is basically like this, a person with ordinary opinion that watches a TV or other forms of the media, and it affects their opinion.
Yeah, and for example, if a person really likes drinking tea and the media promotes coffee, then this person will like coffee instead.
You want some? Yeah, but for cultivation theory, it's a little different. Gardner argued that this happens over time and with a lot of TV viewing, and also argued that it will only reinforce the person's opinion rather than changing it.
Yeah, for example, if a person really likes drinking coffee and the media reinforces it, and with time, this person will like coffee more.
Yes.
Or might even become addicted to coffee. They didn't change the person's opinion, but they reinforce it. Yeah, and guess what, Danny? This reminds me of Dr. Sharon talking about cultivation theory, is also known as stellar theory.
What's that?
What? You don't know what stellamite is?
Oh my god! To be honest, I don't know what's a stellamite until... I think I know! Yeah, I know. To be honest, I don't think I know what's a stellamite until Dr. Sharon explained it.
Okay.
Yeah, I know, I realized.
Anyway.
I think I know. Oh, okay, wait. Oh, no, you can see it, like, this is a stalagmite. I think I've been there. Like, Batu Cave have those, right?
Yeah.
Like, have you been to Batu Cave?
No. Anyway, so basically saying that cultivation theory is like stalagmite. Media effects occur like a slow build-up or formation on cave floors, which take their interesting forms after eons of the steady dripping of lime water from cave ceilings.
Yeah, and it's like metaphorically speaking that it requires a long time to prepare.
Yeah, as a perspective, cultivation is developed in the context of increasing growth of the TV, like what we have just said.
Yeah, and Gardner established something called the cultural indicators to study whether and how watching TV may influence viewers' perception of what the everyday world is like.
Yeah, and it's kind of scary, man. Because I mean, the tendency of the media to focus on the negativity of the world is just too much.
Yeah, sometimes it's just too much. And heavy TV viewing cultivates like a sense of the world as a violent place. And heavy viewers perceive there is more violence in the world than there really is. And then it creates like a sort of fear factor. We'll explain it further about it later.
Yes, so children, don't watch so much TV.
Yes, don't watch too much. So there are a few principles that we learn in class, right?
Yeah.
And cultivation theory suggests that TV is responsible for shaping or build up viewers' conceptions or ideas of social reality.
Yeah, and the effect of watching a lot of TV over time will slowly shape the perception of social reality for all of us, and slowly our entire culture.
And according to Gerbner, the main thing that people saw on TV was violence, and he was concerned that it is cultivated or shaped the view among people that the world was a violent place.
So, what was the dramatic violence according to Gerbner?
I'm sure we have all watched dramas, cartoons, and even news or magazines and stuff like that, right? He defined it as the expression of physical force with or without weapons, compelling action against one's will on pain. For example, like being hurt or being killed or threatened to be like victimized as part of the plot. So to many people, it does create fear of the world.
Another study shows on AC Nielsen survey and found that by the time a child finishes elementary school, that child have already watched over like 200,000 violence acts and 8,000 murders.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't even know when I was watching. But however, they found significant inequalities in victimhood with older people, sometimes women and minorities particularly at risk. So even though minorities were underrepresented on TV, when they appeared, they were much more likely to be victims of violence. So Gerbner classified people into two groups, which are heavy viewers and light viewers.
Yes, I know this one. One experiment of a group of college students that watches a lot of TV, and another group that watches little TV. The one that watches a lot of TV, particularly action programs, were indeed to be more fearful of the world than the one who watches less TV, which is what we have mentioned before.
Yes, and this shows that TV over time will have slight effects on those students.
Yeah. Good job! You're so smart, Danny! Wow!
So anyway, now cultivation theory generally sounded and looked kind of bad, like it looked very violent on TV. There are other people that would look at this in other aspects and thinking whether it applies to races, gender roles, ethnicity, or even age.
Cultivation theory has been criticized. Many people think that it is too simplistic. It doesn't take into account that person's experience or cultural background.
Yeah, and again, the audience is passive. The audience is passive, and it might be fair to think that cultivation theory doesn't really help or exist or happen today because there are so many channels that we can tune into right now, like the different choices and many different types of media.
Yeah, and the mass media is definitely changing, but consider this. Let's say a person who doesn't like immigrants to come to our country because he thinks they are coming into the country and taking up all the jobs.
Yeah, and he would probably read the newspaper that agrees with him and according to his own likings to back up his opinion.
Yeah, even when there are so many newspapers that has wider opinion on the immigration debate, he still wants to read that one paper.
Yeah, because he prefers to read papers that backs up his own opinion.
Yeah, and now this person might then develop a distorted opinion on the issues surrounding immigration. And people do tend to stick to what they know and watch and read media that backs up their own opinion.
And so, that's cultivation theory. Yeah, and that is cultivation theory. The mass media has gradual effects that they can be small, they don't necessarily change opinion, but they can reinforce it. And that raises a question: does the media control us, or
do they just give the audience what they want?
Yes. So that's up to you to think about it. So basically that's it. That's cultivation theory. And I mean, this really the reason why we're talking about it, because it really intrigues us and it's very interesting. Okay, and thank you, Dr. Sharon, for sharing it to us. So basically that's it for cultivation theory. And
bye-bye.
No. So fast. So basically that's it, and if you like this video, just share it or comment it on Facebook, YouTube, anything that you like, share with your friends or family. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
So what do you want to say?
Just share it if you like it. If you don't like it, don't comment anything bad about us, okay?
Okay, Dr. Sharon.
Bye.
Bye. HappyFood, the best show in the internet. My name is Danny.
My name is Jay-Z. Oh, sorry, Mom.
You forgot your name.